Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to week 8 of the Cooldown Catch-Up, a weekly catch-up on what went down last week in training. So this week marks the 16 weeks out from the San Juan solstice. I had mentioned last week about a method I wanted to start implementing in my long runs, so I figure I would cover that right now. Basically what I want to do is make sure that my long runs hit a certain elevation gain in relation to the 13,000 feet that the San Juan solstice has. So for example, this week on my long run, I wanted to have at least 30% of the gain, which is about 3,900 feet. So I went through all of my long runs and jotted a note on the percentage of the gain I wanted to have for each particular run. This will fluctuate as mileages do, but I want to keep upping that percent as the mileage increases. This is just another method I am trying to help mimic the races that I intend to do. The San Juan solstice spends a lot of time at high elevation, so once the snow starts melting here in Colorado, I'm going to be spending a lot of time above tree line training. Anyways, let's get 2 minutes on the clock, and the cooldown catch-up starts right now. Monday, I had 8 miles scheduled, and after the last day of 34 miles, I wanted to take it nice and easy. I took this awesome little path that runs along the river to and through a little local neighborhood, getting about 568 feet along the way. Finishing up last mile of my 8 miles, 2 days after doing the laps, 34 miles. Feel pretty good. Tired, as to be expected, but really no nagging injuries, which is nice. But took this one nice and slow, just let my body do what it wanted to do. Tuesday I had another 8 miles scheduled, and in the morning I went out for some mellow backcountry laps with my friend Caitlin and her dog Aggie. We ended up doing about 3 laps and getting about 1,500 feet of gain. A couple days of fresh snow left the conditions magnificent. When I got home, I decided to do my run on my road again. I took Vale and Bear for 2 miles down the hill and back up, dropped off Vale, and then went back and up with Bear to get him about 4 miles. I then headed all the way to the top of the road and back down, totaling about 8 miles, 1,581 feet of gain. It felt good to stack 2 big vert activities back to back. Wednesday I took as a rest day. Thursday I scheduled my long run day, aiming for about 22 miles. Out here on Thursday for the long run, I'm gonna link up a bunch of different zones. Matthew Winters, Red Rocks, Dakota Ridge, and Green Mountain. Contemplated going up Morrison, but that's a little bit too much game for right now on a 20+ mile run. All right, just finished my loop through Red Rocks, and now making my way back to Matthew Winters, where I will resupply with some more nutrition, and then head up over Dakota Ridge to Green Mountain. Up on top of Dakota Ridge, just did the bitch of a climb. Probably got about 6 miles one way to turn around. Started down there, ran all the way up there onto that bench. Way in the distance, probably can't see it on a GoPro, Red Rocks. Looped around and then back to the car, resupplied, and then came up this ridge, and then Green Mountain is over there, and that's where I'm heading now. All right, about 15 miles in on Green Mountain now. Gonna finish this whole loop and then start making the way back. Over 3,000 feet already. Feeling really strong. Legs are holding up, foot's holding up. So just gotta finish out these last 7.25 miles. All right, making my way up the Zorro Trail, up the backside of Dakota Ridge. Taking a little walking break, because that's what trail running's all about. You walk when you're tired. So back at that same vantage point where I was pointing around. So I'm pretty stoked on how today went. I probably only got like a mile down to the car. I just wanted to take a moment to sit here and enjoy it. I've got nothing going on, so I'm gonna have some candy and then punch that last mile down. I feel like the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean. Last 1/10 of a mile, get about 2:21 and 0.6, something like that, but cooking right now. Felt so good today. So stoked. This ended up being one of my stronger long runs in a while. I was very diligent on nutrition, and I never really had any energy lows or bogs. I'm really stoked to see the training starting to pay off. It was awesome that this 21.7 mile run with 4,000 feet felt relatively easy. I was back to work Friday and Saturday, so I took both of those days as rest days. Sunday I also worked, But when I got home late, I decided to squeeze my 6 miles of speed work in on the treadmill. This was sort of a threshold style run. I warmed up for 1 mile, and then I did 2 by 8 minutes fast, 3 minutes recovery. I had a recovery segment, and then I did 4 by 30 seconds fast with 2 minutes recovery, and then I did the remainder of the time as a cool down. And that was my week. Once again, I wasn't able to fit in my timed run this week, which I really do need to start doing, but I'm really stoked on this strong week of training. Every run I felt really strong, and with 2 big runs, the Laps Day and the 22 miles only 4 days apart, I was really happy how my body was performing. This week totaled 43.79 miles with 7 hours and 22 minutes, 6,161 feet of gain, plus the 1,500 feet on uphill with the skis. If you haven't checked it out yet, I just released the trailer for the Great 4 and 84 project that Adam and I did back in 2021. I'm really excited to get back into the editing bay and work on this film. I'll leave the video at the end of this for you to check out. Once again, thank you for watching, and give this video a thumbs up, it really helps, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, remember, adventure awaits.